Pudre Zene, Koran Luzigen. To do the Radialigo, or more, Bubido Dozigen. I don't know. Bubido Duya Medua Meso, the Radiali do Bido. The Tomadi, the Dom Yemen, the Domadi, the Suji Men. Do Bido Dom. Nana alone Jumia. Elisa Dadi Pit. I may look big on the gates as well. Loaded example. 2 day of Telemea, who the Puerele Lolo Miao, a Miasu bomb below Dini. The gay Logima, the gay Kakeman Di, the gay Aloniaman Di, Unaga Huali Loyan Goma, Dinaga Diali Loyan Goma, Luadadi. Swinui like diamond like pea low like Kuja di lo ajaga mabiriba, mabiriba. Any lo ajagi do level promo and downman. Season you beyond below a council pay on the loja. Pomono illusion the Garamadi. Lo ajagi miashi. Pomonga aloe goza diniagani downmamade. Pomono low night na da swangoma. Did a movie of a low night nova. A swango low time. Loja Yazi Alogo Pomoma Dama. Kulu pins of 9 level. Dine Bema Lucian Piede. The guy who Mamma daughter than I know. Duruga pins of Yene, Duruta when you were melo. Shout of Pomoma, the pins of 9 Piepa. The guy with Jesu Dema. No, the guy with Jesu Dema. Luigi Dumari. Manamajan Pieni Jade, the Garamadi. Alo Dini Pugwenya, a Pomoyan Sanda. Pisawayade, Kuran Ludanguayade, Uzo Gwenya. Eladamano, Pomono, the Garamadi, Alo, Jidu Dene, Yojima, no? Pijada, the project Jiha. Send la jame project in Pipa. Send down Bijama beam. Paññākāra di Guama be and Naboa in Dupipi of Biansop, sets out Melo down daytime time. Helida Pomono de Garamadi Pomo again Yoga Buddha Lupo. Taha Dhammacetiya Aro Flurana, Piso Dwabi look, the Lumaduiwane. Dini Lurane Aluha, Kuma, Patama Ajay Mel Pipane. Pajay, Patama Jay, Tagaido Leve, Ara Patama, Asu, Patama Zubi and Balama, Tudia Zubi, Dadia Zubi, Lama, no? Edo Homono de Garamari, Nese. Go Swana in a Ludan Dwajapo, Celebido, Ludan Dwajapo, Dago Pomoma, a 2-type doma, a 2-type doma. To Bidwabi, do Ludana Bidwabi Mohoba, Pomono de Garamadi, the Luda, Parma, Jailu, Saitema Duiva, Parma Jay Zorabi, Dudia Jadia Jane, Mabima Jay Baumia. Pomono de Garamadi, Ludan, Nijama, Pipare, Dalego, Pomonga, 2 Taidoma, knows over it, no? Taidom knows over it. Rajamano, Teenage Ludan and Lucian, Alongo, Pomonga, Alongo, 1 year day, Alongo, go you day, no? Now we don't Azusa Searone, Azusa the Garamadi. We always are Sonya de Garamadi, along with Jesus day. Pomono Azusa Searone, Azusa Johnny Shilu level, Pomoma, Ama can be payed. Ama can be payed. Janet Niari, Janet Johnny, so Pomo Ama can be payed. Nia Dagama Bizo, Low Ama Bizo, Alu Mabizo, so that Mabizo Moody, Yamazo. Ama can hear. The Azusa Jama Pomono, Ama can hear, ye, Ama can hear. Azusa Searo Ale, along with the walk on there, Kuran Guja, Song Yue there, Azusa Monastery got level, along with the Radia Gonya, along with the Radia Gonya. I don't know, come on, ye, din, Song Yue, Nina, Pippa. Chamber built a body solution, the music Yaba be, long and the long way, Lomba, Suragoli, cool. Chai the love lad, a go long on dreamers will be logo, Yola, no? The gego, Pomoma, along with Jesus did, no? That long night one, the Dadamano, Alo, Pomano the Gadamadi, Jesus did, Pomon Tapioba, no? Luachamia, she and Leve, Alo Nale, Conlo Bido. Kudo the Radiadi, Salapido, Boaba, like Doye, Homoye, Dhammacetiya, Go Chopa, Alon Gozeta, Yama, Chanda, Ye, Duazana Yapi, so Yaga, Yupa, the Adana Jumia, Gozada, Buduga, they go 10 sound, Naija, Bazi, go the D.
Salary, Kana season. The Mawia Zuda Chow, Chow, Kovaga, Timina, Jesus, South Chap, yes,
Venerable Seattle's distinguished guests, Dhamma friends, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of the Progressive Buddhist Association, I would like to pay my deepest respect to all members of the Sangha and extend my warm greetings and appreciation to all Dhamma friends who have gathered here today. Today is a very special and meaningful occasion. We are honored to recognize the noble efforts of Work for Peace Seattle's Venerable Paññākāra, Venerable Ratanaguna, and Venerable Silananda, whose compassionate work has inspired countless people. We are gathered to support the celebrate the Tipika stone inscription Stupa project, a project that will help preserve the Buddha's authentic teachings for future generations. Buddha taught that obtaining a human birth is exceedingly rare. If one needle were dropped from Yama world and another needle were shoot upward from the earth, the chance of the two needles meeting would be extremely small. Yet, obtaining human life is even more difficult than that. More difficult still is the opportunity to hear the understanding, the teachings of the Buddha. Today, we are fortunate not only to be born as human beings, but also to encounter the Dhamma. Therefore, we should not take this opportunity for granted. Let us listen carefully to the Buddha's teachings, study them diligently, and apply them in our daily life through mindfulness, meditation, and the Noble Eightfold Path. As lay Buddhists, we should cultivate generosity, morality, and mental development every day. Dana brings kindness and compassion. Sila brings peace and harmony. Bhavana develops wisdom and liberation. Even a small daily effort in these three practices can bring great benefit to ourselves and others. Here in the United States, we are fortunate to have many Buddhist teachers, temples, books, and online resources available to us. However, because there are many interpretations and opinions, some teachers may gradually drift away from the original words of the Buddha. This challenge becomes even greater in the modern age of artificial intelligence, where information can spread rapidly and not always accurately. For this reason, projects such as Tipitaka stone inscription stupa are extremely important. Just as our ancestors preserved the Buddha teaching through inscriptions on stone for future generations, we too have a responsibility to protect and preserve the authentic Dhamma. These stone inscriptions will stand as a lasting testimony to the Buddha's teachings and serve as a reliable reference for generations to come. Finally, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the Work for Peace Seattles for their tireless effort in promoting peace, compassion, and the Buddha teachings. May their noble work continue to benefit countless beings. May the Tipitaka stone inscription stupa project be completed successfully, and may all of us continue to practice dana, sila, and bhavana, working together on the path toward wisdom, peace, and liberation. Thank you very much.
Discipline forward on the Vipassana, Sana Siaro, Ratanaguna, Dhammacetiya Hoja. Please may I request most venerable Siaro Ratanaguna, Dhammacetiya. Thank you.
Respected Master of Azusa Temple, Venerable Para Sister, for give sharing short thank you. Before I would like to share a short Dhamma talk, I would like to read my appreciation letter to Paññākāra, the abbot, the Dhammacetiya master, all the Master in all the donors and devotees in Azusa. The most beautiful Azusa temple, abbot of Azusa temple, most beautiful Knight Dhammacetiya master, and most beautiful monks. We respectfully express our profound gratitude to the Venerable Abbot, the Ninth Master, the Mahasanghas, and all devoted Buddhists of Azusa Temple, California, for the warm, precious, and heartfelt welcome extended to us. The kindness and hospitality and unwavering support of the Venerable ones and the Buddhist community reflect the noble spirit of humility, service, and dedication to preserving the precious teachings of the Buddha. In particular, we sincerely rejoice in and commend the great merit of the generous donors who have wholeheartedly offered 10 small stupas as part of the grand construction project for the preservation of the Pali Tipitaka scriptures, as we know, called Dhammacetiya project. This noble act of generosity is a profound contribution toward safeguarding the treasure of the original Buddhist teachings, allowing the light of wisdom and Dhamma proclaimed by the Buddha to continue shining for generations to come. May the blessings of the Triple Gems protect the Venerable Abbots, the 9 Tipitaka Master, the Mahasanghas, all devotees, and the noble donors, granting them peace, happiness, abundant merit, wisdom, and the fulfillment of all wholesome aspirations. With deepest respect and heartfelt appreciation, we offer our sincere gratitude and rejoice in the great merits of all. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. May the wholesome merits accumulated through your generous offering of the 10 stupas become a noble and virtuous karma, bringing your lasting peace, happiness, and well-being. May you always be blessed with mindfulness, the clear awareness to know yourself and your present experiences, as well as profound wisdom to understand the Buddha's Dhamma. Through the cultivation of mindfulness and wisdom, may you live with the greater peace, overcome suffering, and walk steadily on the path toward liberations. Thank you very much. No more time. I just share with you some thinking during the journey of all my peace leader by Paññākāra, my disciple. Here you have your master here, your Dhammacetiya. You learn from them more than I know. When the old one worked for peace, from Buddha Temple to DC, some people have come to ask me as there walking on for peace? I say no. Sometimes I walk with them just not the whole week, sometimes a few hours. I belong to a supporting team to stay behind my disciple, the Paññākāra leader, for peace and all monks. Every day, a monk walk for peace early morning to a team from dawn to dark. Non-stop. They just only 2 stops every day. That's lunch stop and night stop. So then after morning, after breakfast, and all morning they start to walk. I stay with the group of people to clean up the area. And some people come to ask me many questions. How one can walk like that? They not suffer. They don't have any problem. Patience. Guide them when they walk. Otherwise, their physical body cannot walk. And after we have a car accident, and then after that we go more to USA, they know them now on focus in USA. And after whenever they go, is a lot of support, police support. Escort them. And they ask me, you Buddhist? You don't think as you walk in this country is Catholic Baptist Christian or Christian country. You don't think about this one. People think you convert them. I said, no, if you don't use, if you can listen to the leader of this man is Paññākāra. What he message every night, every stop. Only mindfulness, loving kindness and compassion. Mindfulness is the human mind. Mindfulness belongs to any religion. It's not wisdom. It's not wisdom. Because the Buddhism is not religion. It's not philosophy. So mindfulness is mean for the human mind. Loving kindness, compassion for human heart. Everyone have that. So Paññākāra is a leader, he just remind people. Now we have to use human mind and human heart to ask to set each other to find peace and happiness. So then I have to use my practice that I have done from my master, from the book, and all from the written master. That time I bring my mind back in my body. I just contemplate on the movement of the feet and the body on it. So I remind myself to know directly, clearly all the movement of the feet and the body. So then I told myself that feet walking, body moving, mind knowing. That's it. You know, just doing this, I can reserve my energy. Because I'm focused to people who that time is, the temperature is 40 Celsius. The heat from the sun, the heat from the road, and the heat from the car smoke, and heat from people alongside the road, they welcome us. sometimes incomplete. So they overwhelm myself and overwhelm they get exhausted. So they had to use mindfulness. When we bring the mind back in the body to serve the energy, otherwise if you thinking you here and there and your mind is wandering, that's it will lose energy more. So I just practice it as I can save energy, I can follow them the whole 27 days in Saka. That's my experience I want to share with you. Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I now like to respectfully invite the Venerable Paññākāra, the Ward Officer, to deliver the mantra to our assembly. Thank you.
Namo Buddhaya, respected Mahasangha. What you want to hear? How many of you have followed the walk and the talks online? How many of you actually practice what I show, what I teach during the walk? I need to put my hands down. What's happening? So, watching, listening, but not practicing, then equals 0. Is that right?
Yes.
Then why didn't we practice? What's the reason behind it? Busy? Phone? Phone, busy, life, family, business, everything, right? So we rush ourselves. We rush ourselves every day. In the morning, we rush out that door. And then we rush to eat. And then afternoon, evening, we rush to come back home. We rush to cook. We rush to eat. And then we rush to clean up. And we rush to go to bed. And then we rush to funeral. Nobody can escape. We have to go through this. Is that right? But we're not scared. If we're scared, then we should have already practiced. Non-scared lead us to hang around, but not practicing. Because we are not afraid of samsara. Even after listening so many teachings from so many great teachers, at the end, we still hanging around, still enjoying life, because we are not seeing true suffering yet. All kind of suffering that we encounter in our life. We know that is suffering, but we're not knowing the real suffering, because once we suffer, then we will find a way to get out of that, and then we forget about it. Right? We continue enjoying our life. For that reason, we just wanted to see the movement, listening to the teaching, because sometimes he's funny. And but after that, we just everything back to normal. So how many of you actually write down the statement and say, Today is going to be my peaceful day. 2 out of 200. That is so sad. Okay, this is very serious. You know that I also be able to hack into other people's computer, right? I did that, and I proved it to myself that I'm capable of doing that. I'm capable of doing that. Not stealing, not damaging anybody's computer, but I wanted to prove to myself that I can do that. And I did. And then from there, after working for 3 years, and I gave up that life to ordain to become a monk, and he is my teacher. After I became a monk, and I listened to the Dhamma sharing online on YouTube. How many of you listening to Dhamma online? A lot, right? That is how we learn more Dhamma from this world nowadays. Technologies. How many of us know which one is the truth, which one is not? That is a big question, isn't it? We know, we listen a lot, we learn a lot, and then when we get online, we really cannot tell which one is the Buddha teaching, which one is not. Unless we learned. Otherwise, we cannot tell. And ask our children. Maybe your generations, you know, because you've been associated and listening and practicing with so many teachers already. But ask your kids. Your second generation and the third generation, ask them if they be able to tell which one is the right, which one is the wrong. They cannot tell. Not all of them can tell. They all feel, but not a lot. Because why? Busy doing their thing. They have their own families. They have to go to school, they have to go to work, they have to hang out with their friends and things like that. So they also have their own busy life, just like you do. And so they don't have a chance to go to the temple, go to the meditation retreat to practice and to study. And for that reason, they are not knowing which one is the truth Dhamma, which one is not. That is what I found out when I listening to the Dhamma teachings online on YouTube. After I ordained, after I ordained, I haven't studied yet. And so I listened. And there are times that I question myself, why did the Buddha say this? Because on the practice, trying to learn myself, and I found out that whoever wants people to follow and listen, they would say, this is the Buddha teaching. Right? For people to trust, to believe in it, and they follow. And then I question myself, I am an engineer. I have a little bit of knowledge. And now here I am. I don't know which one is the real, which one is not real. What about my disciple in the future? And what about my disciples, and generation after that? What's going to happen? Because the Buddha Dhamma will be going further down, right, further out. It's not by the roots anymore. It's up there by the branches. And so it's changing, misleading. And for all that reason, which one is right, which one is wrong, then where will they go? Of course, all those suffering runs, right? And then I asked myself, then what can I do? As a Buddhist monk, what can I do? And then I thought about the Buddha. Without our Buddha, I won't be able to ordain to become a monk like that, like this. And then without our grand teachers and my teachers and so many more teachers, I can't become a monk without them. They gave me this second life to ordain to become a monk, to practice, to learn the Buddha Dhamma. And then I asked, and then as a Buddhist monk, we live based on the donation, the offerings of the devotees, right? This robe, food that earlier you offered, the monks' residence at the temple where we stay, and then when I have to go to hospital, when I take medicines, all these 4 requisites are offered by the devotees, all of you. Is that right? And as a Buddhist monk, if we just live like that, and if I can't do anything to pay tribute, pay gratitude towards our Buddha, our teachers, and all the supporters, then that can't be a monk. That can't be me. I'm talking about me. That can't be me because I cannot just receive without giving. And I don't want our future generation to keep going down instead of going up, moving forward. And of course, the future generation also has me in it, because we're still in this samsara, right? And so from there, I told myself that I would have to do something to support the Buddha Sasana. And there, day after day, months after month, and I went to India, and I saw the Bodh Gaya, the Bodhi tree, and I cried. That's the first time I came to India. I cried so much. And then I kneel down in front of the Bodhi tree. I made a vow. I will make a vow to do something to support the Buddha Sasana by building something or doing something. And then from there, I see in my mind, when I close my eyes, I see some spears, like the stupa, like the chedi. So many chedi like that, the top of the chedi. And I was like, okay, then I make a vow to build the jedi, the sites of all the jedi, to enshrine all the Buddha teachings on stone. That is what I made a vow for, with many languages. And then from there, silently, I made that vow for 7 years. Silently, 7 years making that vow. Everything I do, I support my vow by making a wish for my vow to become true. And then I went to Myanmar 2018. My teacher, he saw me do all the work at the temple. My life at the temple back then, just work, work, and work. I do landscaping, I do building,